Wonder whether any of you will recognise this bit. This is my test route of when I used to get an exhaust system. I used to come here because the road is so quiet, but today I've been joined by Mr. AJ3. Andy has introduced me his brand new car.
My RS6.
Your RS6.
Sounds so weird saying.
Your my RS6.
Yeah.
It is such a cool car. We are less than 5 minutes away from my house. You've just picked me up and I've just kept my mouth shut because I've got so many questions that I want to ask him. You have gone from a Vauxhall Corsa to an Audi RS6. This man is a living legend. So let's jump in and check out this beast, go for a drive and chat to Andy about why he bought that particular car. I've been in this car for less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And we haven't really talked about it because I said I'm saving all of the questions for the camera.
Yeah.
Because, firstly, you're my hero.
Why is that?
You've gone from
a Corsa to an RS6.
a Vauxhall Corsa, which was a
1.2, 3, something like that.
1.2. Petrol or diesel?
It was diesel.
Diesel. I went in it once.
It gets you about.
It gets you from A to B. Whereas this kind of gets you from A to B in something slightly different. Yeah. You went from a Vauxhall Corsa to this car.
From arguably the worst car in the world, still in production, to the best car in the world, still in production.
And I've just been driving around in a Bentley Bentayga for the last 3 or 4 days. Whilst I had a bit of a technical error in terms of filming, I was kind of saying that was the ultimate daily, but then I was going to be spending time with this, which in my eyes is also the ultimate daily. I feel like they can share that trophy for now.
Yeah.
But I suppose what I didn't document, which you did, was we went down to Watford Audi to do a bit of car shopping, would you say 3 weeks ago? 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Maybe a little bit longer, but yeah.
God, time.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. We drove an Audi RS5.
Yeah.
And you got in that car, bearing in mind I'd set this all up with the salesman. I was like, oh, he does want a car. I know that he's keen and he loves the RS5. He loves the interiors of all of the new Audis. And you got in there and he's like, oh, I've never driven an automatic before. And I think he shit himself a little bit. Talk to me about what it is like to go from a Vauxhall Corsa to this car in terms of walking out of your front door and having this car on your drive rather than the Vauxhall Corsa.
When I first seen it,
right.
I didn't even think it was. Do you know when you? What's the way to put it? It just didn't feel like it was mine. I don't know. Maybe when you wake up on Christmas and you've wanted, when you were like a kid and you've wanted the new PS3 forever, and then you open it and you're not expecting to get one, and then you open one on Christmas Day and you're like, and you don't even think it's yours, and you don't know what to do, and you're just like, what? It's kind of like, it was literally like Christmas. It was bizarre.
I think what you have done is buy a car properly. The amount of research that you spend to put into the car. Firstly, I think you knew more about the options
than the Audi guy did.
Well, than I did, which is probably more than what the Audi guy did, because every car that you saw on Auto Trader, you then went into the Audi configurator and spec'd it up as new.
And see how much it cost.
So that you knew how much it cost, therefore you knew how much it had depreciated in the amount of time, therefore you knew how much money you needed to get off. So this is now kind of turning into a bit of a buying guide of any used car, because this is a year old or 18 months old?
9 months old.
9 months old, Jesus Christ. 9 months old, it's got pretty low mileage, but the spec is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think this is surely one of the highest spec RS6s in the country.
I think the only thing you can do to it is put carbon on the exterior.
Right, okay, so the exterior carbon is being de-ticked.
Yeah.
Everything else.
It's like $7,000, I think, to get carbon exterior.
Right.
So this has got the gloss black or sand black or whatever it's called, styling pack, rather than the carbon.
Okay, so you saying that you were going to wrap this blue, what you can do is get 4D gloss carbon wrap, and then wrap all of the bits that he didn't get in. Oh, here we go. What's that like, having so much power on your right foot?
Fun.
The amount of people that I know that buy a car without doing research into the car, let alone the market, is quite scary, and that's where you lose a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
But what you did is, like, firstly, seriously sensible, and you didn't just go willy-nilly, hey, look, here's the money, I want to buy it. So I'm so excited for you that this is now your car. How is it driving around here? Because I can imagine where you're from, it probably would have been easier to drive.
Probably more likely to get nicked.
More likely to get stolen. Oh!
But
yeah,
the
how
roads
are
are
you
quieter.
coping navigating this tank around the roads?
One of the
I
biggest
noticed when you did pull up, you were about 3 meters away from the curb because you were so nervous about the wheels.
I have got
Left
that
it.
alloy wheel protection thing.
Have you got it? Yeah. Sensible.
But it's not too bad, to be honest. It's not as big as people think, and people go mental about big cars. My mum used to do it,
Yeah.
and she probably made me a bit nervous. Like, my dad used to have an XF,
Okay. Yeah.
and my mum had a Fiesta,
Yeah. Yeah. The
and
XF's
she'd
much
be
bigger.
scared to drive the XF in case
Yeah.
she bashed into something.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't actually make that much difference, other than maybe parking and worrying if my arse is sticking out of a bay.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any difference. Like, you just get used to how big your car is.
Yeah. It has been incredibly cool to hang out with you and your new car. I think you're going to be putting many, many miles on this car and never having a sad face on when you step in it.
Definitely not.
I think what you've been able to do to jump from a Corsa to an RS6, firstly, is baller, but at the second, like, you're living the dream. Like, you're driving your dream car, which is super cool to see. And I think we should just set up a drag race from now on. Whatever car I buy next, I think we should have
You
a
have
drag
to
race.
race my RS6 and see
I think
how
we should have. I think we should have a drag race.
I feel like you'd lose quite a lot of them.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Well, it depends what car I'm doing it
this
in.
is true. But most cars, I mean, you've got access to some pretty stupid cars, but most cars, like this, one of the things that everyone said to me is, why are you buying an estate? You haven't got 3 kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, other than like a Lambo or something like that, and even maybe some Lambos, it would actually beat off the line in a race.
Yeah, it would.
Like an i8,
Yeah, it would demolish an i8.
yeah.
But for a first impression into this car, firstly, you've picked an amazing spec. So I'm glad you didn't go blue. I'm glad that you got this. We will find a nice day, and Andy is yet to find a car wash that he trusts. So once we've done that, then we'll be able to document how good this car looks in all of its glory. But for now, it has been awesome to catch up with you. It's been awesome to experience this car.
So I will point out as well, before you go.
Go on.
You're saying this is like my dream car and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous that I've bought like my dream car when I'm 24.
Yeah.
But it's not as crazy as people seem to think. Like, when I uploaded the video unveiling it, people seem to think like my mum bought me it and stuff like that. And like, it's not that at all.
No.
It's just being sensible with your money. And obviously this is going to turn into like an economics rant, but like, people are going crazy at the moment about the housing market for young people and whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're just sensible with your money and don't waste it and spend it on what you actually want to spend it on, eventually you will be able to buy a car like this if you don't spend £100 on a night out every Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't spend £100 on a night out every Saturday, you can basically buy yourself an RS5.
Well, I mean, I stopped going out when I was about 20.
Yeah.
Even when I was going out, I wasn't spending money.
If you just...
Just minesweeping.
But do you know what I mean? If you don't waste money,
Yeah, and I think...
you can spend it on things that you want instead.
Yeah, and there's no denying that so much hard work has gone in. You can see it from your channel.
Obviously it's like hard work and luck and stuff as well, but just...
Yeah, but I think luck comes from hard work, because the opportunities...
you make your own luck.
Exactly, you make your own luck. Opportunities present themselves from hard work. So I wouldn't downplay 1 million subs and 400 million views on YouTube.
But that's what I would say to people is, just don't be stupid with your money and work hard, and you will be able to buy something like this as well yourself.
Good message to end on.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like my message that my whole channel is based on, because I wouldn't be able to buy the cars that I've had the awesome opportunity of owning.
You've had some ridiculous cars, and you're not like Bill Gates or something like that.
No,
You're just sensible.
Yeah. I just live at home with my mum.
Yeah.
got a Lambo. Well, I don't anymore, sold it. Because I ran out of money. Right, guys. Thank you for watching. Andy, it's been a pleasure. We're going to go left here because there's some good roads up here. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. And comment below congratulating Andy on this absolute mental RS6 performance car. Go on, pin it.
Honestly, I don't know how fast it brakes yet, so we have to let the people ahead.
Mate, the brakes on this car.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn hãy bấm like, comment và hãy bấm nút đăng ký để ủng hộ cho kênh mình nha.